So in this lecture we are going to discuss about partition coefficient. So partition coefficient, it's a very important parameter. It's an partition coefficient is nothing but it's a measure of lipophilicity of a drug molecule. It's a measure of lipophilicity nature of the drug molecule. Simply it's measure of lipophilicity of the drug. So it's also defined as measure of partition coefficient is a measure of ability of a drug to dissolve in liquid phase, even an aqueous phase is present. So such that whenever it's a measure of ability of a drug to dissolve in lipid phase means fat, otherwise lipid phase. It's a measure of ability of drug to dissolve in lipid phase even an aqueous phase is present, such that so it's a measure of choice of a drug to take lipid phase in presence of an aqueous phase. So lipid phase means fat phase. So we already know that lipid is nothing but oil. Lipid is nothing but oil. So oil and water are insoluble in nature. When you add an oil to the water, it doesn't mix. To the mixture of oil and water, if you add a drug, if the drug shows more interest to dissolve in lipid, that measurement is called as partition coefficient measurement. How much this drug is showing interest to dissolve in lipid, that measurement is called as partition coefficient. So this partition coefficient is a very important parameter. So on this amount of partition coefficient, the partition coefficient affects drug transport. Partition coefficient affects drug transport. Partition coefficient affects the drug transport as well as drug distribution as well as onset of action by drug molecule. So the various parameters like drug transport, drug distribution, onset of action of a drug majorly depends upon the partition coefficient value of the drug molecule. These partition coefficients depends on otherwise factors affecting partition coefficient. Generally it is represented with the P. Partition coefficient is represented with the P. So this partition coefficient, the factors affecting the partition coefficient are so pH, the value of the pH will affect the partition coefficient. Value of the pH of the solution will affect the partition coefficient of the drug molecule, as well as co-solvents present in the medium also affects the partition coefficient value. So and as well as surfactants also affect the partition coefficient value of the drug molecule, as well as complexation. If a drug molecule having a complexation property, definitely it affects the partition coefficient. So partition coefficient isn't simple. It's simply a measurement of lipophilicity of the drug molecule. It's a measurement of lipophilicity of the drug molecule. For broad definition, it's a measure of ability of drug to dissolve in lipid phase even an aqueous phase is also present. Even an aqueous phase is also present. So the major mechanism like drug transport, drug distribution, onset of action by drug is majorly depends upon the partition coefficient value of the drug molecule, as well as this partition coefficient majorly depends on the pH of the medium, co-solvents in the medium, surfactants in the medium, completion in the medium. So generally for unionized drugs, for unionized drugs, for unionized drugs, for unionized drug, the partition coefficient is equal to concentration of drug in lipid phase divided by concentration of the drug in water. So it's simply denoted as concentration of the drug in lipid phase divided by concentration of the same drug in aqueous phase. So P is equal for unionized form of drug. So for unionized form of drug, partition coefficient is equal to concentration of the drug in lipid phase divided by concentration of the drug in aqueous phase. So when drug more dissolves in lipid phase, it has more partition coefficient value, such that if the concentration of the drug is more in lipid phase, means definitely the concentration of the drug in aqueous phase will be less. So as drug shows more affinity or interest towards the lipid phase, so partition coefficient value will be more. So this is about ionized form of drug. For ionizable form, ionizable drugs or molecules, the value of P is equal to, value of partition coefficient is equal to concentration of the drug in lipid phase divided by concentration of the drug in aqueous phase into 1 minus alpha. For ionizable drugs, partition coefficient is equal to concentration of the drug in lipid phase divided by concentration of the drug in aqueous phase into 1 minus alpha. So ionizable form of drugs examples are the acids, acidic drugs, weak acids, weak bases and salts. These all drugs are ionizable in nature. They are generally ionizable in nature. Most of the drugs are weak acids and weak base, so most of the drugs are ionizable drugs. So we majorly use this partition coefficient determination formula is concentration of the drug in lipid by concentration of the drug aqueous phase into 1 minus alpha for ionizable drugs, where alpha is degree of ionization in aqueous phase. Okay, it's an alpha is a degree of ionization in aqueous phase. Alpha is nothing but degree of ionization in aqueous phase. So this is about the formulas for determination of partition coefficient. So partition coefficients for in vitro means in the laboratory it is measured by using in labs, like in our, we will do this experiment, okay, and definitely in chemistry lab, okay. So in labs, otherwise in vivo, it is nothing but determined partition coefficient is equal to concentration of the drug in 1 octanol divided by concentration of the drug in phosphate buffer 7 pH 7.4. In the laboratory we will dissolve the drug in the mixture of 1-octanol and phosphate buffer pH 7.4 solution. So if the drug is more dissolved in 1-octanol, the drug has more partition coefficient. If the drug shows more interest towards dissolving phosphate buffer, it has less partition coefficient. Okay, so if the drug has more partition coefficient, is lipophilic in nature. So based upon the log p values, already we discussed in the previous section that based upon the log p values we can decide the solubility. So partition coefficient is also used for determination of the solubility of the drug molecules. Okay, coming to the other methods of determination, methods of this is the simplest method we will use in laboratory, and accurate methods for the determination of partition coefficient are there are two methods, that is shake flask method. One method is shake flask method and second method is chromatographic methods. Chromatographic methods like HPLC. So for ionized form of drugs, the formula is partition coefficient is equal to concentration of the drug in lipid phase by concentration of the drug in aqueous phase. For ionizable drugs like acids, weak acids, weak bases and salts, the partition coefficient is equal to concentration of the drug in lipid phase divided by concentration of the drug in aqueous phase multiplied with the 1 minus alpha, where alpha is the degree of ionization in aqueous phase. In the laboratories, like in our college lab, the partition coefficient is determined by dissolving the drug molecule in a solution of 1-octanol and phosphate buffer pH 7.4 solution. So this is the way to do. If the drug, it is a way to determination of the partition coefficient in our laboratory. For accurate values of partition coefficient, the methods for the determination are the shake flask method and chromatographic method. Shake flask method and chromatographic method. This is about methods of determination of partition coefficient. So now we will see the relations between the value of partition coefficient and other values. So whenever partition coefficient value increased, that the log p value is increased, so there is an increase in binding to enzymes and receptors. If the log p value of the drug is more, binding to receptors as well as enzymes will be more. If a drug has more log value, it has more affinity towards, more binding affinity towards receptors and enzymes, but it has decreased aqueous solubility. It is very insoluble in aqueous phase. So we are establishing various relations between various parameters. So as well as if the drug has more, if log p value, it has binding to P48 enzyme is increases. P450 enzyme binding affinity will be increased. So if the drug has more high log p value, it has more absorption through membrane absorption will be more for a drug which having high log p value. So as well as if drug has high log p value, it has high sorry, binding to blood plasma proteins will be more. If the drug has high log p value, it has high binding capacity to receptors, enzymes will be there, but it has low aqueous solubility. As the log p value increases, aqueous solubility decreases. As log p value of the drug increases, binding to P4 enzymes increases. As log p value of the drug increases, absorption through membrane increases. As log p value increases, binding to plasma protein also increases. These are the various relations between log p values and other parameters. Okay, so examples. So examples for drugs are phenobarbital is a drug which have high log p value, that is equal to 5.9. So example for high log p value drug is the phenobarbital. Okay. Other drug, similar drug is thiopentanone. Okay. So it is an ultra short acting barbiturate. This is highly lipid soluble. These two drugs are the highly lipid soluble, as because they have high log p values. They are highly lipid soluble. Okay, this is thiopentanone, ultra short acting barbiturate. Phenobarbital is also ultra short acting barbiturate. Okay, these are the examples for the drugs which having high log p value. So what is the importance of, coming to the importance of partition coefficient. Importance of partition coefficient. So coming to the importance of partition coefficient, this pKa values and partition coefficient values are used to predict distribution of the drug molecules. So based upon the values of pKa and p values of the drug molecule, we can predict the distribution nature of the molecule. If the drug has based upon pK values, okay, we will see in later sections. Okay. So next application is these log p values are related to absorption, excretion, penetration into CNS. So penetration of CNS drugs. So based upon the log p values, we can know the absorption nature of the drug molecule, excretion nature of the molecule, as well as penetration of the CNS drug molecule we can decide. So in order to decide the absorption rate, excretion rate, penetration into the penetration into CNS by CNS drugs, the log p values helps us to decide the absorption rate, excretion rate, and penetration into the CNS rates. Okay. So this log p value are widely used in QSAR studies. So these are the applications of partition coefficient. These partition coefficient values are used in partition coefficient value along with the pK value. We can use to predict distribution. So we can predict the distribution of the drug molecule based upon its p value as well as pK value of the drug. These log p values helps us to decide. Otherwise, log p values help us to know the absorption rate, excretion rate, and penetration of drugs into the CNS. Okay, so the log p values are also widely used in QS quantitative structure activity relationship studies. Okay, so these are the applications. So this is about importance of partition coefficient. So its note is there here. So for a drug to be less toxic, no need, it's a complicated problem. This is about partition coefficient. So once again explaining. Okay, so partition coefficient is an it's a measure of livability of the drug. So it helps us to decide, it helps us to measure how much a drug is showing interest towards lipid phase or aqueous phase. So if the drug shows more interest towards the lipid phase in presence of aqueous phase, the drug is more lipophilic, so that is its partition coefficient value will be more. So this based upon the partition coefficient, drug mechanisms like drug transport, drug distribution, onset of action will be dependent, and factors affecting the partition coefficient of the pH of the medium, co-solvents in the medium, surfactants in the medium, and complexation. For unionized drugs, the partition coefficient is equal to concentration of the drug in lipid medium, and it's the ratio of concentration of the drug lipid medium to the concentration of the drug in aqueous phase. For ionizable drugs, it is the concentration, it's the partition coefficient is equal to ratio of the drug in lipid phase to the ratio of the drug in aqueous phase multiplied by 1 minus alpha, where alpha is the degree of ionization in aqueous phase. So in labs, in generally partition coefficient is determined by dissolving the drug molecule in octanol phosphate power 7.4 solution. Otherwise it's a mixture, not a solution, mixture of 1 octanol and phosphate buffer pH 7.4 mixture. So by this way we can determine the partition coefficient value in the lab. For the accurate values of the partition coefficient determination, the methods are Shake-Frost method and chromatographic method. Okay, so coming to the log p value, whenever a log p value of a drug molecule increases, the binding affinity towards enzymes and receptors also increases, but aqueous solubility decreases as log p value increases. As log p value increases, binding to P450 enzymes in cytochrome is also increases, but as well as absorption through membrane increases, binding to plasma protein also increases. This is about relation between these parameters. Okay, best example for highest log p values are the phenobarbital, thiopentanone. Okay, so importance of the partition coefficient of the partition coefficient value along with the pK value is to determine the otherwise used to predict the distribution values of the drug molecules, and log p values are majorly related to absorption rate, excretion rate, penetration to the CNS drugs, penetration rate of the CNS drugs, as well as log p values are used widely in quantitative structure activity relationship studies. This is about the partition coefficient. Okay. So now we will discuss about the another parameter, the ionization of the drug. We know that most of the drugs are weak acids or weak bases. Most of the drugs are weak acids or weak bases. So generally these weak acids and weak bases exists as ionized form or unionized form. So as these are weak acids or weak bases, they undergoes protonation or deprotonation to give charged molecules. So these weak acids or weak bases undergoes protonation or deprotonation to give charged molecules. This is about ionization. The ionization is nothing but uncharged conversion of an uncharged molecule into a charged molecule is called as ionization, such that a molecule may get a positive charge or negative charge when it undergoes protonation or deprotonation. So most of the drugs are weak acids or weak bases. Whenever these weak acids or weak bases interacts with the solvents like water, they will undergoes ionization such that they will be converted into a charged molecules. They will be converted into a charged molecules. So this ionization is a very important parameter. This ionization majorly depends on the ionization value of the drug depends upon pKa and pH of the drug. pKa and pH of the drug molecule. So the ionization value of the drug depends upon the pKa and pH of the drug. How? So let me see an example. A drug having high pKa value, low pH value. Example is here is drug having high pKa value, low pH value. Such drug majorly exist as in protonated form. They will majorly or mostly exists in ionized form. So the ionization of a drug is majorly depends upon its pKa and pH value. Okay. So if a drug having high pKa value, low pH value, such a drug undergoes ionization. So okay, this ionization is imparts good water solubility to the drug molecule. So ionization, if the drug undergoes more ionization, the ionized form of drug have high water solubility. Otherwise, ionization is directly proportional to the solubility. So, and as well as the solubility is directly proportional to the dissolution rate. So, drug which undergoes more ionization, which easily dissolves in the solvent, and as it easily dissolves, otherwise easily solubilized in the solvent, rate of dissolution will be more. So for ionized drug molecules, we can get easy solutions. We will get quick solutions. Okay, so for best drugs which having high pKa value, low pH value are mostly exist in ionized form. Okay, so this about ionized form. Unionized form will quickly otherwise will fastly cross the cell membranes. So ionized form of a drug is highly water soluble. Unionized form is lipid soluble. Ionized form of the drug is easily lipid soluble. So these two parameters like ionized form and ionized form also very important for absorption. Ionization and unionization form of the unionized form of the drug as well as ionized form of the drug is very important for determination of absorption. So absorption is majorly depends upon the concentration of the unionized form. So in order to establish a relation between this ionization and pH and pKa, there is an equation called as Henderson's Hasselbalch equation is there. This equation is used to predict the ionization partial law. So okay, don't worry, there's confusion. For acidic drugs, pH minus pK is equal to log of concentration of ionized drug to the concentration of unionized drug. So we can determine this this Henderson-Hasselbalch equation is relation between pH, pKa and log ionized and unionized form of the drug. For basic drugs, this equation is equal to Henderson-Hasselbalch equation is pH minus pKa is equal to log concentration of unionized drug to the concentration of ionized drug. This is for the Henderson-Hasselbalch equation for acid drug is equal to pH minus pK is equal to log of ionized to the unionized, and for basic drugs pH minus pK is equal to log of concentration of unionized drug to the concentration of ionized drug. So percentage of ionization is equal to 100 divided by 1 plus pH minus pKa of the drug. This is the formula for determination of percentage of ionization. Okay, so this is about ionization of the drug. So most of the drugs in the nature are weak acids or weak base. So whenever they interacts with the solvent, they generally undergoes ionization to produce charged molecules. The most of the for all drugs or any molecule, the ionization power of the drug or any molecule depends upon its pK value and pH value of the molecule. So pK value and pH of the molecule, pK and pH value of the molecule will decide the ionization power of the drug molecules. For suppose a drug having an high pK value, low pH value generally exists in ionized form. So based upon the ionization, the solubility will be predicted. So if the drug undergoes very quickly ionization, the solubility will be more. As the ionization is more, the solubility will be more and dissolution rate will be more. If the drug undergoes very quickly dissolution, it undergoes very fast absorption. So okay. So unionized form of drug will help us to cross membrane. Ionized form drug will help us to improve dissolution rate, and unionized form will help us to cross the cell membrane. So for predicting the ionization of the drug molecule, we will use the Henderson-Hasselbalch equation. For acidic drugs, Henderson-Hasselbalch equation is equal to pH minus pK is equal to log concentration of the ionized drug to the concentration of the unionized drug. For basic drugs, Henderson-Hasselbalch equation is pH minus pK is equal to log unionized drug to the ionized drug. For determination of percentage of ionization is equal to 100 divided by 1 plus 10 to the power of pH minus pKa. So in order to predict the ionization power of the drug molecule, we will use Henderson-Hasselbalch equation. So coming to the importance. The importance of this ionization concept is weak acids in acidic pH. Whenever you add an weak acid to an acidic pH solution, the drug is unionized. It is uncharged, otherwise uncharged, doesn't undergoes a weak acid in acidic pH medium doesn't undergoes ionization. So example is aspirin at stomach pH that is equal to 1 pH. So 99%, 99% unionized, so that it doesn't undergoes ionization, so it is readily absorbed. So aspirin is an weak acid. Whenever we take aspirin, it reaches the stomach, the pH of the stomach is 1. So weak acid in acidic pH medium doesn't undergoes ionizations, so it exists as unionized form. Weak acid in the acidic pH medium, it exists as unionized form. As a result, it easily undergoes absorption. So aspirin is a weak acid, stomach very acidic pH, and aspirin exposed to the stomach pH medium value 1, it doesn't, 99% of the drug is exist as unionized form. So it easily absorbs through the cell membrane, GIT cell membrane. This is okay. Coming to the next importance is when weak bases are exposed to basic pH, they are unionized. Weak bases drugs, when they are exposed to basic pH medium, they are unionized. So example is phentoin injection. This phentoin injection is adjusted before injecting into the persons, because this before injection, this phentoin is adjusted to a basic pH of 12, pH of 12 with NaOH. Before administration of the phentoin injection, this phentoin injection is adjusted to a pH value of 12 to get 99% of unionized form of drug. To get 99% of unionized form of drug. So it easily undergoes absorption. Okay. So this is about ionization of the drug. So once again explaining, ionization of the drug is nothing but if a drug is protonated or deprotonated, charged molecules will be produced. So most of the drugs are weak acids or weak bases. These weak acids or weak bases, whenever they are exposed to the solvent, they mostly undergoes ionization. So this ionization power of a molecule depends upon its pHa and pKa value. The high pKa value and low pH value drugs mostly exist in ionized form. So the ionization increases the solubility. Okay, as the solubility increases, dissolution rate also increases. So ionized drugs favors solubility of the drug molecule in the indirectly dissolution rate. Okay, unionized form will otherwise quickly crosses the cell membrane. So in order to predict the ionization, we will use Henderson-Hasselbalch equation. For acidic drugs, the Henderson-Hasselbalch equation is pH minus pK is equal to log concentration of ionized form of the drug to the unionized form of the drug. For basic drugs, pH minus pK is equal to log unionized to the ionized, and percentage of ionization is equal to 100 divided by 1 plus 10 to the power pH minus pK. Importance is weak acids in acidic pH, they are generally unionized, so easily undergoes absorption. Weak bases in basic pH medium, they will easily absorb due to the 19% of the drug is as unionized. So this is about ionization of the drugs. So next we will discuss about hydrogen bonding followed by protein binding. Okay.